Hey everybody. Um, okay, so everything that ever happens to me that appears to be like a negative thing always turns out to be an incredible miracle. I just have to kind of wait and see what happens. It's like, oh, where's the miracle going to be this time? So, because I have no choice, um, I had to take this energy that's being directed at me and turn it positive somehow. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna, as I kind of told you, I think it was in my live where I was like, yep, yep, yep. I'm just going to turn it into positive healing energy and whatnot. Well, the Nefarians or the bad guys, which are really like our best trainers as we go along. um, they have been putting curses on us for a long time to make us look older. I've looked young forever. And then I started my skin has always been like baby butt smooth, like so soft. Um, and so it's like I've gotten, wrinkles and all kinds of stuff as I've aged. But the bad guys, they put curses on us to make us look ugly, to make people be turned off to us, to make us age faster. Like I said, like they have all kinds of tricks that they've been putting on us, hiding it from. They hide everything. Everything is hidden. It's really funny. But and I say funny because anything in its true power can be right out front and transparent, anything truly in power and real power. So theirs is like a false power because it's all dependent upon, uh, spells or even a device. Like this person just uses a device. It's like she doesn't even have any kind of like natural born god-given talents or abilities or anything to use, so that's not even power. That's just something you can turn on. It's like flipping on a light switch. You can't just stake any claim to that at all. So it's just electricity. So I've been experimenting with it because why not? Because I'm stuck in this situation. I can't really, do anything except with my mind, except with the way that I'm perceiving things. So obviously, you guys know how I constantly level up. You guys, I'm sure many of you are doing the same thing, like with your circumstances, and some of you have been with me for years, and so we've gone through many, many levels, leveling ups as we've gone along. So I just every time I felt that beautiful energy start rising up my legs, and just felt all that energy coming from down beneath me, I was like, this is this beautiful, radiant, healing, incredible energy coming through, right? And it would start to make my stomach churn, and I'd have to go to the bathroom real quick. And I'd be like, well, as with any kind of really good, effective spa treatment, there's going to be things like that to it too. But I'll tell you what, I woke up this morning and my skin feels absolutely incredible. My skin feels amazing. I feel amazing. I feel fantastic. They if it's everything is mind over matter, right? And I watched this Instagram this morning that kind of reminded me. It kind of was like, oh yeah, I haven't written like a script or a program for myself for a while because we're ultimately in this matrix and we're just like in this simulation, right? And I really, as much as I enjoy the flattery of somebody being completely obsessed with me, following me around and putting this beautiful spa energy on me all the time, it's not necessarily an experience I want to go forward with in my life that I want to continue. So how do I want it to be? Well, I rewrote my script and how I want this program to be. Um, this energy is sorry, somebody's doing like lawn work out there if you can hear it. Okay, this energy is paramount. So it's super important. This energy is, or even essential, right? This energy is paramount to my health, healing, and leveling up. I'm so grateful Everything in my reality is uplifting, inspiring, and beneficial to me. I'm a walking, talking miracle. Well, that's for sure. I'm surrounded by nothing but love, support, and laughter. My body's in perfect condition. I'm more beautiful all the time, both inside and out. Every moment is so magical as more abilities arise in my experience to support me more fully all the time. What an exciting time to be alive, right? So if you're in a situation like I'm in, take your power back. Do the exercise. Thank you, God, for my misery. List all the benefits and advantages to it. Here I was thinking I was alone or, like all alone. I'm totally not. I've got all the attention of every Satanist in the area. I have probably all the attention of all the cops. I've got so much attention. I am so not alone. And I actually have somebody catering to me 24/7. Every move I make, she's holding this thing up, here's some light, here's some healing energy, here's some light, oh, she's going to the bathroom. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, she's in the bed now. Ah, here you go, darling. Here you go for your healing and soft skin. It's working beautifully. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And somebody asked me something about, um, oh, could you do another world update? I used to do these world updates. That's been a long time. And that's because like I was told, like I said, like I listen to God and I drop everything like this and I go do what he says, like immediately. I got rid of like all my stuff for my new life. I was like, I'm ready for my new life. I'm throwing out my old life. I threw like everything out. So I don't even have like my cards or anything. They're not with me. They're not like I am traveling light. Like I am able to just go here, go there, because I knew that I was in a transitory time and that I'm not settling down anywhere like for the long haul. So I knew I just wanted to travel light. So that's why I haven't been like have the whole spread that I've had before or whatnot. Anything that I've kept, I felt like are the bare minimums I need for the videos. See, I've got people caring for the beauty outside my window right now. I mean, I am being catered to left and right. I'm just being pampered here. It's lovely. I love it. So, and I've been manifesting the that bush that they killed outside. I've been like giving it life again, like trying to like revive it and bring it back to its beauty. And hopefully they won't kill it again because it's so beautiful. And it wasn't doing any harm. It was on like an iron fence or something. So it's like it's not gonna do any damage. Somebody just wanted to make something ugly. Anyway, so rewrite your script. Rewrite your script. Write down all the benefits and advantages as to why that thing is happening to you. Um, and like see it in a different light. See it in a different light and totally embrace it. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the world update. Okay, so here's your world update. Are you ready? All the bad guys are getting taken down. And all the bureaucracy is going away. All three-letter agency is reinforcing that bureaucracy is going away. All policies and procedures are going away, so you can be whoever you want, be whatever you want, be unique, be interesting, be eccentric, be powerful. You could do anything you want to now, anything at all, as long as you don't, as long as you abide by those three rules: don't kill anybody, don't steal from anybody, don't scam anybody. It sounds pretty basic and pretty like, well, why? Yeah, everybody should treat each other that way. So treat everybody like you want to be treated, and the world's going to be a much, much better place. We're going gold backed. Everything's going, even though it's digital, guys. I just posted a story in my Instagram today if you want to go check it out. And it was made some great points about how we are technology. We need to quit fighting technology because it is a part of who we are, and spirituality and AI go together. I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Our lives are these computer programs, whether we, say, admit that out loud or not. Like, it's true. We program what happens in our experience by what we think and what we believe. So, we are AI in a way. We're now, though, in this timeline, at least if you're watching me, we're in a very positive timeline. So everything is beneficial. Even stuff that the bad guys had initially planned were going to be bad. It may look like it for a minute to wake up the sleepy people who are just like starting to look around and be like, something's really off here. They have to wake us up as gently as they can. That's why it's kind of been rolling out as slowly as what we'd like. But I really feel with everything in my heart that everything is going in the most positive direction possible. And so yeah, we have the United States Treasury notes coming out. We've got NESARA coming out, which is going to eliminate all debt and give us all a bunch of money back that they were stealing from taxes. And a bunch of other money like mortgages and that we shouldn't have been paying. Again, it's that same thing as I've talked about before. How they're just double dipping. They already got the money from your house. You paid your whole house was paid off the minute you bought it. It was paid for by your SESQV trust. And then they tried to charge you every month for that payment and try to act like it was a loan. Like, talk about scamming. So all of the scams are gone. The quantum financial system isn't going to allow any scams or lying anymore. Our consciousness is rising. We're not only waking up to what the bad guys have been doing to kind of program us and get us out of the present moment, really just keep us focused on stories of the past or fear of the future or any of that. We're coming back to the present moment, what they've robbed us of for so long, because being in the present moment keeps us in our power. So the waking up is to who we are, as well as to what's been going on and what we need to be aware of, and kind of, wow, we don't want that to ever happen again. We don't want just, infiltrators to come in, like Nazi infiltrators to come in and take over and start telling us what to do. No, and they do it slowly and carefully, like acting like you have to have a driver's license in order to drive. No, no, no. We don't need to have any of that. It's just cultivating money for their sex trafficking. All of it. All of these little things that they try to get all the money they can out of us in every way possible. So it's all for that. So now that you know where all your money's been going to all this time, it's a lot easier to say no. It's like, no, you cannot go. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I can't even say it. I'll throw up. It's like disgusting what they've been doing. So all of the injustices of the world are being righted now. You have a very incredible, bright future. Anything that even appears to be scary at all is only scary for the bad guys. It's not scary for those of us who've been righteous and upright in how we treat others and ourselves. Those who love ourselves, those who do right by others, are going to tremendously excel very, very soon. Very soon. And the power is going to be in our hands. And we don't abuse power. We use it for everyone's benefit to make all of us, made by God, stronger. The earth and its inhabitants stronger, more free, redeemed from the curse of the law, free from the fake law. We're just now going to be abiding by the real, true law, God's law, the very simple law that I've mentioned before, that I just mentioned. So everyone's going to have a lot more money. Everyone's going to have a lot more opportunities. Everyone's going to be able to do whatever they love to do. It's the Jubilee, the great wealth transfer, meaning that we get all this money back. I'm hearing the coolest stories, and I've known that GESARA and NESARA are actually in operation. They have been for some time, because people's debts are getting written off all over the place. Their balance is going to 0, 0, 0. But I'm hearing stories about even like some elderly people who are living off of Social Security. Like they like normally they'd get like $1,200 a month or something like that. They just had like 3,000 something popped into their account just overnight. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? So I am so excited. And the whole world is going to the Constitution and common law. If you're not on board with that, if you're like a lawyer doing like if you went through the bar, you're committing treason. You're committing treason. And some of you know it. Probably I don't know. It's the British Accreditation Registry. Anyway, you guys are, if I were you, I would go as quick as you could and learn common law because you guys are going to be in demand. Anybody who knows common law is going to be like, everybody's going to be running to you for business. Like you're just going to have so much business. You'll be pushing people out the door. They'll be lined up for an hour. Please let me talk to you. I need you, I need your help in creating a contract or creating a trust or whatever, So yeah, don't be afraid of the AI. Don't be afraid of the AI. There's good, beneficial, healthy, wonderful AI. Keep affirming that. Put that in your script. Write that in your script. Any AI that enters my life is a positive, beneficial, happy, harmonious, producing, harmony producing, wonderful AI that partners with me and helps make my life easier and flow smoother. The quantum financial system also has there's quantum computers that are going to be coming out, all this incredible technology, it connects with you and it knows what, say you got some kind of DIY project, construction project you're thinking of doing at home. You're going to remodel your bathroom or something. So you would be thinking about that. You'd be pondering that. And here you go on your quantum computer and it's automatically going to show you everything you need for that project. It's just going to come right up and where to get it and where the closest is to you. I mean, talk about making your life better or easier. These replicators, you just put in I like these pants, they fit great, I love them, or whatever, and you've got a pair. Every time you need it, you just press boop, number 17, bloop, here come your pants. Yep, put a new pair on. It's gonna make life so much easier. It's gonna be an incredible world we're coming into, you guys. Follow your heart and follow your dreams. What have you always wanted to do, but felt that you couldn't because of all the constraints the bad guys had put on us? You can't do this. You can't grow a garden in your yard. You got all these homeowners association rules and all of these, in order to be a business, you have to have gone through 4 to 8 years of school. It's no, we go mentor under somebody who's phenomenal and get taught by them. That's how you do it. And then you build a reputation. Then everybody starts coming to you and they're like, oh my gosh, So homegrown, I just heard homegrown, homegrown education, homegrown, I just heard something earlier about educating children and stuff. I don't know. There's going to be so many exciting, wonderful things. It's going to start to slowly go back to the way that God intended this earth to be, which is in total support of us. The Dracos, all that negative energy, all of that loosh, all of that stuff, it's bye-bye. It is bye-bye. It's no longer going to exist here. It's not going to be here. Black magic will have no more effect on us anymore. So if you guys want to be on, the newest and best thing that's coming, if you want to ride that wave and make a lot of money and do some business, then, be on the side of good, be on the up and up, operate your business with integrity, always tell the truth, always, be your most authentic self, follow your heart, follow your dreams, do something with with common law or the Constitution. You'll really excel at that. That's going to be incredibly popular. I would even say lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is another really good thing to get into, is to teach people how to lucid dream. Because I've heard that sometime in the future, and it makes a lot of sense, they're going to advertise to us subconsciously, subliminally through our dreams. And I don't know, a lot of you have probably experienced dream warfare too. They try to gather information on us by spying on us using monitoring spirits in our dreams. Well, how best to combat that, right? So I had this dream. Oh, this is so cool. I had this dream the other night, and it was so real. I thought that was my life, except that you know how it cuts from this scene to that scene, and you're like, "Well, how did I get here now? That one to that one to that one." This dream was one of the best dreams I've ever had in a way, because it like showed me how powerful I was. And it also showed me all the different tactics they were going to use, or they were using, or they were trying. It was almost like a it was almost like all these little booths set up for me. And this one is the temptation booth. This one is the mental health booth. This one is like all the things that they've, what could we try to trigger her with, or what could we try to get her with? And so I went through each of the booths, and I thought, oh, they're using that tactic, like the temptation booth. That was an interesting one. Like they weren't really booths, but they were like these scenes that they would take me through. So since I watch these romantic comedies and all and stuff, they're always talking about like or you always know to always come back to your heart, to come back to somebody who's kind and honest and has integrity like you. By the way, the other people that you were dating that totally ruined your life or wrecked you in some way, those are called plants by the bad people. Like they like by the negative people. They planted those people. Some of them were actually paid to go in your life and mess with your head and traumatize you so that you would never trust again. So you got to throw that out. That time of these plants is done. It's gone. That's not going to work anymore. They're not going to get paid. Even if they were to try to pay a plant to come in your life and screw you over, it's not going to work because it won't go through with the quantum financial system. Oh my God, I love it so much. There's no because they're all the bad guys' money is going to get frozen. It's all going bye-bye unless they straighten out. So they need to straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right, baby. So basically, yeah. What was that? What else was I going to say about the dream? Yeah, that was so the romantic comedies always come back to like the down home guy, the guy who's like the not that charming suave guy, but the one who's like kind of down to earth and that kind of thing. So, and they know that I watch these romantic comedies, and they know that I want that I want somebody authentic and stuff. So they tried to do a fake authentic person. They tried to have these guys who like weren't the pretty boy that I'm used to, they weren't the chiseled, really nice looking guy that I'm used to. They put like a kind of a nerdy, dorky bit of a guy, who's kind of a geeky guy, but is real charming and funny and cute and sweet and that kind of thing, But I saw right through it. I was like, that's it's not authentic though. Like once you live in authenticity, you can tell fake. Like it's like almost like a smell. It's like ugh. That's like it's like an imposter, a total imposter. Like anything, just like anything else. Like I don't know. When you get used to having good conversation, if you're around people who just talk about superficial stuff and whatnot, it just gets yeah, it doesn't cut it. It just doesn't cut it. So I saw right through it. And I had to laugh though too. I said they did pretty good though, like picking picking like I wasn't really, I mean, I was like, you'd almost have to be like, I'm attracted to them because of their personality. Like I'd have to reach a little bit. So I thought that was actually clever that they did that. But when it came to the authenticity part, the guys didn't cut it at all. And I'm sure that those guys, if I would have kept dating them or whatever, that they would have I would have seen their behavior wasn't kind. You want to watch for that. Like how do they treat people? How do they process things? It all comes out eventually. You can see the fake. um so so yeah, I went through the temptation simulation, the flirting and hey, I really like you, this is a great connection, can I get your number? uh, Stuff like that. And then I don't know, it was such a cool dream. But I was like at an old job that I used to love doing. I was a community relations director, so I was in the corporate world of course, I've told you guys that. A lot of you who've been with me for a long time know that, but um so they put me back in that job that I loved and I excelled at because I was a trustworthy source. I always told them the truth. Even if my community was not for their mother or father, in the retirement living, I would say, I know the perfect community for you. Why don't you go over there? And they'd say, no, we want to be with you because we know that you are looking out for our parents and that you'll make whatever work. So even though my community wasn't a good fit for them necessarily, they trusted me and they let their parents be there because I was there. That's the reputation I had. So, and I worked hard. I have worked hard my whole life to be somebody that people can trust and rely on completely, right? So, um, so I was at that job and I looked down at my shoes and I remember going, that's weird. Like my shoes were like all shabby and worn out and dull. And I thought, I would never wear shoes like that. So things like that were kind of like, And then I kept, somebody would say, "Hey, you're like, you want to be my friend? Maybe we could go for lunch. I like you. Like, oh, we can be friends." And I would kind of look at them like, "Oh, this is interesting. What a nice life I have. All these people wanting to date me, and all these people wanting to be my friend." And we went out and had pizza and and it was funny. She picked everything like off the pizza and was like eating it because she didn't want to eat the bread part, the carbs. Anyway, there were all these funny things about the dream, but I could see through it all. And um, oh yeah, I even said, I think somebody was in the car with me at one point. Oh, I was looking for my car forever. It was like when you don't remember your plane ticket or whatever, and you can't remember where you put it or where you're looking in every pocket. So I think I finally went, wait a minute, this is a dream. The shoes, the lady who kind of went out of her way to be my friend and was doing the thing with the pizza, and then like the guy that wanted my number, and I started going, oh, and there was a mental health part. There was like this part where I went to a dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I go up to this counter and I'm like talking to these people and I said, yeah. I said, you know what's really crazy about my day? And they were like, what? And I said, it's a it's a dream. It's been a dream. The whole thing. Like where the rabbit came in the room, there's a rabbit at one point. I looked up the dream meaning of it and it was awesome. And there was like, I started telling them all about the dream and how it was all a dream. And I said, you guys, you're a dream too. And somebody got on the phone and they were like, um, we have we have a crazy person here. She thinks this life is a dream. She thinks we're all part of her dream, you know? And I even looked at that and I was like, oh, that's part of the simulation. That's one of the rooms that they were trying to snag me in. I was shown this dream before this whole cop thing happened. So I knew it was coming. I knew they were going to try to, because they know I have that in my history. Here's the thing that dawned on me too. This is so cool. You guys know that I have been in a mental hospital once. It was a long, long time ago. And I went because I was in some kind of, I had left a church and I was in a complete panic. And I kept saying, God's after me. God's going to get me. Like God's after me, right? Now that I know what I know now, and that was so many years ago. I mean, it was probably, I hate to age myself right now, but it was probably like 30 something years ago, that long ago, like a real long. I was young. And obviously, I didn't know anything about energy work or the bad guys or anything. I was totally naive back then. So now I know that it was black magic. They put black magic on everything. These Nefarians, these Satanists and Luciferians, all those guys, they just F everybody's heads. They F up everybody's heads and they do it. They do it collectively. They do it to everybody. They put it in our drinks. They do curses and spells and everything over monster drinks and like just about everything we drink, which is why we need to clear it. Clear everything before you eat or drink anything. And then And I was like, oh my God, it makes so much sense because they can take their, like, if they're dying or they're sick or they're in pain or something, they can actually put it on you so they don't have to feel it. I've seen it one time, even like in a good way. I've seen my cat that was dying. It went into my puppy I just bought. I think I've told you guys about this. The puppy started acting like it was going to die, and I held it in my lap and cried and was just like, she just mysteriously, she's trotting around. All of a sudden she was like on her deathbed. And I was like, what the happened to her, you know? And then all of a sudden, when the whole thing was over with and I had comforted him through his whole death experience, and I was holding him and, singing to him and loving him and everything, then once he passed over, the dog sprang right back to perfect health again. So all these like supernatural, incredible, miraculous things. But the dark side knows all of this, and they've been using it and being sneaky behind our backs. And so then I thought, wow, here I was, an anointed one. It was afraid of God killing me. And then I thought, oh my gosh, is that not the Nefarians who have screwed everybody over? And then when it's time for them to die, that's exactly what they would feel, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. God's going to kill me. God's going to get me. God's going to get me, right? Somebody put their energy on me. It wasn't me at all. It was, in fact, all the doctors, once I got there, all the doctors were like, there's nothing wrong with you. We can't figure out just PTSD, but they couldn't figure out anything wrong with me. They just said, you need a good friend just to listen to you. That's all you need. Like, and I was released really fast. So, you know, many of you who think that anything is wrong with you, it's not you. It's these guys putting spells and curses on you. I've seen it so many times. And even like I said in my own life, like I would never have that thought. Like God loves me more than anything in the world. If anything, I'd be like, stop it, God, stop blessing me so much. Yeah, I feel him laughing. Stop tickling me. Stop it. Stop. you know? So just to think of like what I was saying back then, I was like, wow, that was absolutely somebody else feeling that way, putting it on me, making me panic. Dang. But we're all waking up to this stuff now. We're going to stop being so damn naive and stop letting them gaslight us like we're crazy. Well, they're the ones doing it to us. We're just becoming wiser, becoming smarter, and our world is all of this incredibleness, all of these miracles, all of this prosperity, all of this people actually honoring and respecting people who speak their truth and are authentic. Can you imagine feeling free to just be yourself out there and not worry about judgment or not worry about rules or not worry about, somebody who's standing over there disapproving of you, or whatever? We're going to be free. We're already free. It's just the world needs to kind of catch up, and we need to purge all the bad guys. We need to get them under control because they've been running the world for way too long in a tyrannical, bullying way. So I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. So there's your world report. The whole world is going to turn great. It's going to turn phenomenal. It's going to heal all these stupid wildfires that were caused by those direct energy weapons, different direct energy weapons than the one, that I have. There's the household ones. There's, the big, kind, but yeah, we all know that. Those of you who follow me know all the stuff that's actually going on. So they're not conspiracies. They're actual truth being disguised that way by the bad guys who wanted you, well, me too. They wanted you to look crazy, so they came up with that definition. But anyway, and you guys know that too. I'm just repeating myself because I know there are some new people watching, so maybe they don't know. Go back, you guys who might be new, and look at some of my older videos. The one with the where I have a leopard seat in back of me. Those are Ask Amy's. You can look up Great Awakening, put in Amy Satori Great Awakening, and you'll look at all my different updates where I have all these cool cards and stuff, and I'm telling everybody like what's to come in the future. And it's so exciting because we've known this was coming for a while, but now it's here. And I used to be afraid with my PTSD and whatnot. For a long time, I was like kind of going, I don't know, you guys, those things kind of scary over here. And I'd kind of like, okay, let's navigate around this. Well, God says it's going to be okay, so I'm going to believe God. So, and now it's just like there's no fear at all. It's phenomenal what's happening right now around our whole world is getting rid of all, they call it corruption, but all of the evil's out of here. It's out of here. And David Wilcock even talked recently about some, I forget what the name of it was, but some massive meditation with like millions and millions and millions of people, maybe even like 400 million, like a crazy number, is meditating right now and has been for some time. I think since the beginning of January, and they're going to go all the way up until February 26th to eradicate evil from our planet completely. And there's supposed to be some kind of event. They say it's going to be in April where there's just mass deaths, like just like almost like all evil people just die. You know, they'll probably go to jail first, or they'll probably go, they'll go through some punishing and some sickness and all kinds of things, but they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer for what they've done unless they repent and change their ways. So, and repentance is not about pretending that you're a good person and trying to act like you're doing good and going to church and all that kind of stuff. It's not that. It's like being more present, loving yourself. If you can do those two things, if you can start loving yourself and forgiving yourself for all the bad that you've done, which is a difficult task for you guys. But if you guys can do that, start loving yourself. And if you can start being very present in the moment, forget about the past. Don't even worry about the future. Just stay very present in this moment. There's something magical that starts to happen and starts to take over you. The Holy Spirit will inhabit your whole body and totally protect you. So start doing that, and you might just see some miracles instead of the suffering. And if you're suffering like that, if you're just plagued with illness or whatever, it's karma. You picked on somebody that shouldn't have been picked on. You guys thought you were so powerful for so long, and that you were just like your own like rulers and gods of, this is, evil is not ruling anymore. It's not allowed here anymore. It's not happening anymore. So if you've been ruling with an iron fist, and if you've been like a bad leader, if you've been a bad leader and just threatening people, and that's how you keep people in line, if you constantly have to threaten or stand over somebody or tell them to, or catch them or manipulate or any of that, or lie, if you have to lie at all or threaten, that, that's a thing of the past. That's a thing of the past. And so ought not be picking on anybody nice. If somebody is kind and loving, you better stay really clear of them, because if you go after them, you're probably already suffering. You're probably already going through it. And whether it's like your mental health condition or physical, spiritual, like, I don't know. Some of you are having nightmares and stuff. You can't even sleep because you're scared to death of the doom and gloom in your nightmares. And some of it's Satan kind of pissed off. Like, Satan is pissed off because like it's not working anymore. It's not working. And he's like, got to take it out somewhere, right? So it's like the dad that tells his kids to go out and lie, cheat, and steal on the streets, and they come back empty-handed. It's exactly like that. And the dad just beats the kids, even though it's not the kid's fault or necessarily. It's like, dad, the world is changing for good. Sorry, we can't lie, cheat, and steal anymore. And the dad just needs to just like accept it and be like, oh, well, then maybe we should do something honest. How about we put a lemonade stand out there on the sidewalk? How about we go offer to make people sandwiches, healthy sandwiches, not poisoned ones? How about we come up with some constructive things to do? How about we come up with, so yeah. Hope this uplifts you. Hope this makes you happy. It does me. And the thank you God for my misery. If you don't know that exercise or how to do it, basically what you do is you just put at the top of the page, thank you God that the miserable thing is happening, whatever. Like for me, thank you God that somebody's following me around with a direct energy weapon. Okay. So, and no, it sounds like totally ironical or totally opposite of what you would want to say. Because why would I thank God for that? You're not manifesting it, okay? You're thanking God for the experience because you know ultimately your higher self has some kind of miracle or gift in it, right? So then you start, let's like, okay, well, if there's a gift here, if there's a miracle here, I better just get to it. That way it'll shorten the experience and that, it'll make it just like a couple days instead of a couple of years, right? So you're getting to the point. You're trying to figure out what it is that what's the miracle here? And then you write that at the top of the page. Thank you, God, for the miserable thing. And then you start listing all the benefits and advantages as to why that is absolutely perfect for you right now. How does it work to your advantage? And you start writing out at least 10 things that you can think of. I don't care if you're super sick or if you are broke or whatever is going on, or you have family you can't get to that's been affected by the fires or the hurricanes or whatever that's going on. Write down the benefits and advantages as to why that's happening for you right now or to you right now, for you, really, ultimately. And once you write at like 10 to 15 things, you'll start to see that it was actually designed perfectly for this. Like me having somebody custom catered to follow me around all the time with this lovely energy, you know? Like it's getting me used to this. Like I'm gonna have a personal assistant, it'll feel like that. Like, oh, here comes her energy in the room. you know, I'm getting used to being supported. I'm getting used to someone just like at my beck and call. All I have to do, I don't even have to ask her to follow me. I just have to get up and go somewhere and she's right there. How incredible is that? Wow. You know, so just, turn it all around and see it and see it how you want to see it and start seeing the benefit to it. And then you're not going to be seeing yourself as a victim and you're not going to be in that suffering energy. So, and then remember to rewrite your script as well, like I did. So, whatever your program is right now, if it has something in it that you don't like, then write something to the opposite down. Everything flows easy in my life. Everything is here. Everything that's in my life is incredibly beneficial and supportive. I love the people that I work with. I have incredible people that I work with who have my back and are so supportive. They're my biggest cheerleaders. Things like that. So let's take a look at some God cards, and we'll also take a look at what, as a collective who are watching right now, those of you who have so-called enemies that are really great trainers, thank you. They really are. They really do, because you start to realize how powerful you are, that they're so threatened that they would need to do that. Um, wow, they're standing up for you now and fighting those who sent them to you. Wow. So they could be turning on the people that are saying, to go do this and this harm to you. They're like, no, I'm not going to do it. The angel of death is on their heels. So they're going to die. A lot of these people are going to die, depending on how far they took it. They're being rounded up. They're being rounded up soon. See? The world is going to be so much safer and so much more fun. They're humiliated. But yeah. Even Satanists are telling them to back off. There has to be a certain code of ethics. There has to be. Somebody said, obviously a nefarious person said, well, they have free will. I was like, what's that have to do with anything? I could go lie, cheat, or steal right now too, but there's a consequence. There's always going to be a consequence. Do you want good consequences to happen, or do you want bad consequences to happen? That's the whole thing. Do you want good stuff to come to you, or do you want bad stuff to come to you? And there's even a price to pay, having having gone the nefarious way. Even if you got fame and fortune and blah, blah, you had to sacrifice your mother, your father, your brother. You had to have them killed sometimes, or you had to murder an innocent little baby or sacrifice some kind of sweet little animal or something like. That's no life. They've lost everything, or they're losing everything. They're being kicked out of whatever makes them feel comfortable, I guess. They're afraid to fall asleep. So, but it's all by their choice. It's all by their choice. They can choose. Like I said, the biggest takeaway from this is for the bad guys is start treating good people nice. That's it. Stay away from, let everybody, I will let whoever wants to believe whatever they want to believe, fine. Just stay away from me. Don't affect me. Go have your parties, go do whatever you want to over there. I don't care what you do. I care about me and my own consequences and my own happiness. If that makes you happy to go watch that on TV or to do whatever you got to do, just go do it. Fine. But do it in your own, whatever, in your own reality. I've got mine that I'm cultivating that I love a lot. I don't want to be affected negatively by anything. And I don't care what your excuse is for doing it. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to help you here. You're going to suffer tremendously in the times ahead if you're bothering somebody who's kind and nice. So don't do that. Start minding your own business, start doing your own thing, and start making an honest living, and start thinking about these things like getting into common law or the Constitution or straightening up. Otherwise, you're not going to have fun in the days ahead, or you're probably already not having fun. So if you want to live a good life, if you want a chance at a good life and all the exciting things that most of us who are watching this have in store for us, then you got to get on board. You got to get on board and get rid of some of those old beliefs, like thinking this is boring to live this way. It's not at all. It's incredible. It's incredible to have miracles pouring into your life all the time. Having people authentically love you and be themselves, and you can be yourself with other people, is an incredible, liberating feeling. To feel like you can do anything and go anywhere, to lead people in a positive, inspiring way. It's the best feeling ever. I could never be bored. And I meditate all the time. Meditation feels amazing. Fills your body up with this incredible energy. I'm getting incredible energy from everywhere. Under me, over me, around me, you know, just taking it all in. Just taking it all in. So, yeah. So yeah, there's your world update and some advice for both the goodies and the baddies watching, who are all ultimately just part of the play and helping us helping us level up, guys. They're helping us level up. So let them do their job and let them, face their consequences. And I send so much love to all of you. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend and enjoy this exciting new life we're creating. And I can't wait to see what some of you are going to do in the times ahead. Like what you're going to do with all these projects you'll be working on, or the new life you set up for yourself, or, your new dream life. Whatever that is, I would love to hear it. Comment below what you start to create for yourself. I would love to hear it. So would everybody else. We could use some excitement going forward. To even cultivate everybody else's imagination, because some people are like, I don't even know what I want. I've been shut down and oppressed for so long. I don't even know what I would do with total freedom. Like, what would I actually really want? So maybe if some of you comment with what your dream is, or you have to take the chance, though, that some of the bad people are going to try to curse it and stuff, but I'll do what I can. If you go ahead and have the courage to write it down below in the comments, I will put my energy into protecting your dreams, okay? And making them come a reality. And love always trumps evil. So just put the intention that it's protected when you put it in there, and I will also doubly protect it with love. And we'll make sure all your dreams come true. Okay. And then you can inspire other people with your dream. And maybe they'll be like, that's what I want to do too. Yeah, I never thought about that. You know what I mean? So let's get each other, dreaming. Let's get each other dreaming in the present moment. Let's cultivate it in the present moment. And remember to do everything in love. Love is the present moment. So do everything in the present moment. Think and plan and dream in the present moment. So be the observer of you thinking, planning, and dreaming. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.